Morning everybody, how are you lot today? It's a nice day today, Tuesday, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's no raining, so that's a good thing. I think one of the most important things I've learned today and what I want to discuss is know my property journey today. Now, I'll tell you the reasons why. You've got to have a big why you do anything. And this is my big why. I'm going to hopefully keep it together because it is a big thing for me. Hi Andrea. While I talk about this. And I will look away now and again because it becomes difficult looking at myself. And I have been advised to keep this camera right in front of me, which is quite difficult considering I've got a problem with my shoulder. Good morning, Andrea. But you've got to have a big reason why you're doing anything. So why am I doing this? Why am I sharing what I've learned over the years in property? Why am I sharing this information? Why am I telling everybody about it? Well, there's a fundamental reason. It's called a sales funnel, and I'll tell you how it works. A sales funnel is when you share what you know with someone else, and they reciprocate by going, I like that guy, I think I could do business with him. And I get that completely, and I'm like that as well. I love it when people help me and I want to help them. So I completely get the sales funnel thing. And that's really my ultimate motive. Why am I doing this? Well, it's to develop maybe something that's bigger than myself. I had an idea last year and I've run a couple of pilot projects, and I'll talk about these pilot projects. Let's have a seat for a change, and I'll talk about these pilot projects. That's Silverburn again. So, pilot projects, 2 I've run so far, is the swim programme. I was appalled last year when I sat with Triathlon Scotland and Fife Leisure Trust to realise that our 5 schools no longer get access, the primaries, no longer get access to free swimming lessons. I mean, I was taught how to swim, more or less, by primary. I remember doing my 1,000 metres 10 times round the pool. I also remember doing my grade 3 survival, swim down at the bottom with a brick, as if you're ever going to swim to the bottom of a pool and save a brick. But that was one of the things you had to do. Get your jammies off in the pool and save yourself. So I was quite appalled last year to find out that swim programme no longer exists for primary schools, simply because they don't have the budget to do it anymore, and it cost them an absolute fortune to do it. So what I thought is I would run a pilot project. Now, I chose Parkhill Primary School to run this pilot project, and what we want to do is, I want to look at the option of making sure that every child, before they go to high school, has access to able to swim or can swim. And in order to do that, I looked at Parkhill and said, okay, how many children have you got in P6 and P7 that potentially need access to swimming lessons because they can't swim before they go to high school? So they came back. I've got 9 places funded. It's £160 a place. So it does cost money to do this with Fife Leisure Trust. Admittedly, Fife Leisure Trust were absolutely fantastic. They actually cut this to the bare bone and actually said, look, £160 a place for the whole year. If you get somebody to swim within a year, then we'll replace them with someone else, and then someone else can get that slot. So you can get a number of people through there in that swim programme. So this is what we're piloting just now with Fife Leisure Trust and the schools, primary schools, or one primary school. I think it's going to be very successful, but I need to fund that somehow. So this is the reason why I'm sharing my secrets with you, because I want people to come and use me and use us as an estate agency and a letting agent, and as a result I can make the money which I can use for me. First of all, I have to make sure all my employees are paid, and paid well, because that's the whole point, because they're on board with me. This will be news to them, by the way, because I've no divulged this with anybody really. This is a personal project for myself. I want to make sure this is all funded properly, but I want to make sure they're paid well, and I want to make sure everybody's looked after. I want to make sure my customers are looked after, my tenants are looked after, my landlords are looked after. So I need to have first-class people that know what they're doing, are excellent at what they're doing. So that is my ambition and my goal, to build a swim programme, a system which will fund a swim programme for the Fife primary schools. There's 135 primary schools in Fife, and if I had 10 places, if I gave 10 places at £160 each for the year to each primary school, I would have to generate an income of over £200,000 a year to fund that. Now, I might never get there, to be honest, but I might get some way to there. And as a result, some of these children might be able to swim before they get to high school. And swimming is essential for sports, for mental health and everything. I think it's a rock bed for kids. The other project which we run with Triathlon Scotland is we've been running successfully. We ran a project with them a couple of years back. We've been trying to run it again for the leaving schools, but we did North East 5 schools, 550 pupils. So we helped fund with Triathlon Scotland and sponsor them to do this. So 550 pupils, P6, P7, from all the North East 5 primary schools took part in a triathlon event and got to try out triathlon for the first time. How many children at P6 and P7 really believe they can be a triathlete? Not very many. But do you know 550 kids went through that swim programme and that triathlon programme and it blew them away. Apparently, we've got 59 inquiries to East 5 Triathlon Club for the youth section, so it did a huge benefit to them. And just for children to realise that you could possibly be a triathlete, regardless of what anybody else says, to their mental well-being and their thought process and their achievement and their attitude to things can just be that bit brighter. For me, that's my why. This is the reason I'm doing this. So if you think that you want to do business with me, it would be absolutely fantastic, because I know what I want to do with the money I could generate from you doing business with me. That is really my why. That is the only reason it gets me up in the morning. I firmly believe that some of us are put on this earth to serve other people. And possibly I'm one of these people. My purpose is to serve others to the best of my ability. Yeah, you can judge me if you want, but quite frankly, I know what I'm doing. To serve other people to the best of my ability, and as a result, the natural process is I get paid well for what I do. And as a result, I then be able to invest that and reinvest that in my communities in order to help them thrive and get a chance. The old expression is, if you give a man a fish, or a woman a fish now, he'll eat for a day. If you teach a man to fish, or a woman to fish, they'll fish for life. And it's all about teaching people to fish for life. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. We'll be back on our property journey. Bye for now.